deliberate creation. You are already creating your reality. Period. I create a reality in which I don't really care about anything unless it sabotages what people are trying to understand. That's it. That's my whole reality. It really is. In truth, that's my whole reality. Does it make sense? Now, I've given about a 5-minute introduction. I'm not going to do it again. But what I want you to understand is if you don't like a single thing that's being said, you don't like your reality and you don't want to take responsibility for it. That's how this works. For instance, you can create a different reality. My hand is covering this reality, okay? That will control so you can be present. But you got to do that on your own. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
You can create a whole reality in which bills, kids, or whatever. I don't know. Same thing for you, whatever. I don't know. But if you cannot, you have no choice but to blame it. Or blame taxes. Or blame your government. Or blame the man. Or blame your hair. Or blame your health. Or blame your... But you'd spend all this time blaming everybody else but you. What can exist inside this reality but you and what you create? Law of deliberate creation. I've waited. I was nice. I gave y'all foundational things, 8 of them to be exact. Foundational things. Gave you a Q&A so you can understand what I'm about to say. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this world. Okay? Does this make sense? There is absolutely nothing wrong with this world. Okay? We got some headphones or something for that? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this world. Is this making sense? Okay. Nothing wrong. There's something wrong with you. Okay? I'm trying to make this make sense. Nothing's wrong with the world. There's something wrong with the collective consciousness of the world. There is nothing wrong. There is absolutely zero wrong with the entire world. There is no war. There is conflict in the mind of man. There are no bullies. There are scared people who fear they won't get attention unless they hurt people. There is nothing wrong with this world but us. When we blame things on things like terrorism, heart disease, these things only come back to us. Did you know that we can cure world hunger in 24 hours? We could. We can cure world hunger in 24 hours. It would probably take, let's just be overly conservative. Let me be liberal, overly liberal. It would take $1 trillion to cure world hunger. America spends about $19 trillion a day. This is one country. That's one country. One. So what's going on here? We are creating a reality that does not serve us. We are deliberate creators that deliberately create what we do not want. Now that was the big picture. Your life. Yep. Whatever you have in your life, all them sicknesses, all those attitudes, you created it. You're the only one. You don't have a single thing. Everybody write this down. You don't have a single thing in your life you have not created. Not a single thing. There is nothing in this life you have not created. Nothing. You don't have a single thing in this life you have not created. Now, let's pause right there. Before I get into the meat of this, for about 4 minutes, what have you heard?
There's nothing wrong with the world. There's only what's wrong with us.
Okay, that is powerful. I actually forgot I said that fast. Good job. What else?
Everything you have, you deliberately created.
Deliberately
You did
created.
it on purpose.
Deliberately. What else?
I heard simply that it's all my fault.
Talk a lot of that is correct, but just for
I mean, simply put, it's all my fault.
all your fault.
All my fault.
Everything is your fault. Every bit of it. Homelessness is your fault. It may not be you directly, but it's the collective consciousness of this world. Did you know, in order for us to have homeless people, we have to first believe that people deserve to be homeless. If you're going to accept as an individual, you can only create what you first thought. You must now take into consideration the collective conscious. Anything in this world that is manifesting in physical reality, we first thought. Did you know that women only get raped because some people believe, and by some, I mean the collective consciousness, that women deserve to be raped?
Wow.
I know that's an emotionally charged subject. Mm-hmm. We wouldn't admit, we won't admit that, I don't think nobody deserves to be raped. But then if I ask questions, if I say things like, what if she's dressed this way? And she's dressed provocatively around men. Do you know, you can hear this on the media now. Mm-hmm. We will victim blame the rapee.
She shouldn't have gone up there by herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She shouldn't have been wearing what she had on.
You understand what I'm saying?
She shouldn't have been drinking.
I get she shouldn't have been drinking. Mm-hmm. She shouldn't have been drinking with these men. Mm-hmm. She should have been out. Should have been wearing this.
She should have known better.
No, you shouldn't be sexy. I'm serious. Mm-hmm. I'm so serious. We have people who have a problem with newscasters because they are curvaceous. Okay? Seriously, get in real quick. People who have a problem with newscasters because they shouldn't be curvaceous mm-hmm. or curves. Mm-hmm. We have problems with people who, you understand? We just so many different things. But we would literally blame the victim. We would blame women for why a man violated her. Mm. We do.
Yeah.
Now, see, nobody liked it when I said it until I said, look at what happens on the media. Mm-hmm. Then it's like, oh yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Women only get raped because of the collective consciousness says mm-hmm. women deserve to. That's whether you like that or not. I'm most certainly. Let's make this very clear. I am not talking about the women. I'm talking about the collective consciousness. Mm-hmm. In fact, if I'm doing anything violently, I'm saying you stupid collective consciousness are causing women to be raped. Mm-hmm. If you're going to blame me for anything, blame me for that. Don't say that I'm saying women should be raped. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you shouldn't be stupid enough to create a culture and a mindset in which women are raped. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you're going to quote me saying that. I'm cool with that because I love when people are mad at me for something I actually said. I'm cool with that. I'm totally cool with that. Make sense? Mm-hmm. But this is real. Mm-hmm. We have deliberately created a world in which women are raped and it's okay. Let me show you. Go on Facebook. You can see an innocent man shot. We'll leave color out of it, but you can kind of guess. You can see an innocent man shot. Dead serious. Mm-hmm. On Facebook. Mm-hmm. Any social media. Take out Facebook. Any social media, you can see an innocent man shot. Killed. Murdered. It'll go viral. Has anybody ever seen this before? Raise a hand. Anybody seen someone shot, murdered, and it went viral? Mm-hmm. Did they take it down?
No.
You know what they do now? This has some sensitive information. Mm-hmm. hit this button on the bottom right hand side and uncover it. Let me know if I'm wrong. See a naked woman up there. What would happen?
Take it down.
Interesting. Now, am I saying naked women should be on that? No. But listen to the collective consciousness. Let's call a fruit a fruit. I can see life be taken away, but not to see what is natural on someone's body. I get it. It's rough to accept. Got people calling me liberals. And I'm not a liberal. I'm really not. I'm not a conservative either. I'm a free thinker. Okay? I'm not conservative. I'm not a liberal at all. You keep those labels for yourself. I'm just a dude that knows how to think for himself. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I can show you life, but if I can show you taking of life, but I can't show you life, I'm also showing you our collective consciousness. You have to accept this. You have to accept that if I take off my shirt, Disney Channel. You take off your shirt, Cinemax late at night. You have to accept this.
Mm-hmm.
You have to accept this. It's just
Yeah.
mine being male, woman being, you being female. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? But am I lying? Because the collective consciousness said, woof, wait a minute. A woman's body, or whatever. I don't want to make a woman's body, but we are going to bring this up. This is take it off. Now, of course, this is predominantly in American culture I'm talking about, but in the world's culture too. Predominantly, there are some countries that this wouldn't fit in. But this is fair. But I can take my 3-year-old kid to show 187 people killed in 3 minutes. Arnold Schwarzenegger movies were notorious for body counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Then we wonder why we have a killing problem in this country. Because we have said, to kill, it's good. We have. We won't say it out loud because we want to get reelected. But we say it in all the stuff that we're doing. Yeah, she says it's very true on online. Over the way it is online. What I'm trying to get you to understand is we're talking about the law of deliberation. I'm going to bring this to the individual. You can open it up. That's fine. I'm going to bring this to the. Oh, you can't open that up. That's not going to work. Okay. I'm going to bring this to the individual.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I need to show you how you unintendedly create stuff you say you hate.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Who in here wants to create rape? Nobody. Exactly. They say nobody. But we have it, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
And can we have anything in the physical world that did not first exist in our minds?
No.
So can you understand that we are unintendedly creating what we don't want?
Yes.
Psychologists call this group think. Who has your phone real quick? Somebody Google group think for me. I want to read what some scholarly site says group think means. Psychologists call this group think. Okay, read it out loud. I got people on the phone and people over there as well.
Okay. Wikipedia came up first.
All right, just shout it out loud.
Groupthink is a psychological phenomenon that occurs within a group of people in which the desire for harmony or conformity in the group results in an irrational or dysfunctional decision-making outcome. Can you read?
Yeah, keep going.
Group members try to minimize conflict and reach a consensus decision without critical evaluation.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say right there. That was perfect. Group members try to rationalize stupid stuff so they don't offend the group. Okay, read that second part again, because in case you didn't think that's what that meant.
Group members try to minimize conflict and reach a consensus decision without critical evaluation of alternative viewpoints by actively suppressing dissenting viewpoints and by isolating themselves from outside influences.
Critical thinking is something you can only do to yourself. Your individual rationalism. Let me give you an example of group. Would any of you set a car on fire?
No.
Now, let your favorite team win your favorite sports championship and be out in the middle of the streets with a million other people having a really good time, is what the media would say. And flipping over cars. The person who would never set a car on fire will set that car on fire. Because of group think. Does that make sense? Question over here from Deanna.
Okay, so not that I would do it just to do it, but I would set a car on fire.
Okay, you're just a sociopath. It's okay. You're a psychopath.
Oh.
No, I'm just joking. You're not.
And that's why it's smart. So I was like, okay. So how would that?
You would not set a car on fire.
Okay.
You're saying that in the comfort of, but being out there as an individual, you would not set a car on fire. You would not.
Okay.
Now, if I deck the cards for you, if I set it properly, if I make him cheat on you, and he cheated on you in the car,
Is waiting to excel.
and it was his car you bought for him. See, I can set the deck for you properly, and the more I set the deck, is the more you go critical thinking. Let me just put you to the side. But that's even group think. Even if you did it by yourself, let me tell you how it's group think. Because you go, they say I shouldn't put up with this.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
You're right.
So let's.
You're right.
I'm just trying to tell you.
Because I showed like, you know what?
It's Angela Bassett.
Okay. Okay. And all but she definitely would go to Wait and Excel. Angela Bassett handled it this way. I'm gonna handle it this way,
Close
and I'm
the
gonna
doors.
walk off real cold
That's it.
while the car's on fire and blows up. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Crazily, that makes sense. What I'm trying to get you to understand is you all have been creating your realities in the manner of groupthink. You have all your parents and all your deacons and all your elders in your head group thinking for you. You ever seen someone get a big piece of meat? They put it in the pot. The meat is shaped naturally, and then they cut the four corners and make it a big square. Ever seen this? Old folk do it a lot. They cut each end and they make it a big square of meat. If you're not a cook, you wouldn't understand this. But have you ever seen this? Okay, well, someone online has seen this. They get a big piece of meat and they cut the fat off. And they put it in a pot. Okay, they said online they've seen it before. Do you know why they do that? It has nothing to do with the fat is not good for you. It has nothing to do with that.
So they get good.
Because I were taught
To make it fit. Back in the day, pots were this big.
Oh.
Yes. Back in the day. No, she's online. She's like, wait a minute. The whole time I thought that was because no.
That's to make the meat fit.
It's just to make the meat fit in the pot.
But because
Well, we do
generations-
it today
because
because
generations have seen it, and it's like, well, Mama did it, so I'm gonna do it.
That's it.
Oh.
You are creating what Mama did in your present life. No, fat is not bad for you. If you want to know what is actually bad for you, no, fat is not bad for you. The sugar industry would like you to think fat is bad for you. Sugar is what. Go fix that camera. Come on, that's all right. Just come on back. Come on back. We got a little 3-year-old in here. All right, make sure you can get seen. Double check it. All right. Let me move the camera.
Okay.
All right. Hey. Come on over here. All right. This is what we're gonna do. sugar industry wants you to believe that fat is bad for you. What happens? In fact, there's a great show on Netflix. Well, it's not a show. It's a TV series on Netflix. It's a documentary on Netflix called "What the Health." Yeah. Okay. She watched it. She said she watched it. "What the Health" will show you that sugar blocks your muscles from absorbing what fat, so you can be used and stored as energy and cholesterol. It stops all that, and what happens is the more sugar you have lined up, the more the fat just lines up on the sugar, on top of the sugar, on top of the sugar, and that's how you get fat. Because they put sugar in all processed foods, and half the foods you eat today are processed. They put sugar. They'll tell you no sugar. Right now, this is a water with one of those little,
Power.
yeah, with the little, what she calls them shakies. You put it in here.
Power drink, yeah.
They'll say no sugar, sugar-free. That's right, because they have man-made synthetic sugar that they put in there. But since it's not natural sugar, they can tell you no sugar. Okay? You avoid sugar by eating healthy. She asked the question, how do you avoid sugar? You avoid sugar by eating healthy, and you eat natural sugars. Give me that. Come on. You eat natural sugars, okay?
Okay.
You avoid sugars by eating natural sugars, fruits,
Okay.
things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we're going to ask
So
you.
that has natural sugar. But,
Yes. Yes, give it here. Give it here.
So they don't-
It's fine.
do they
Go sit
they
down.
don't pump stuff in the fruit and vegetables, do they? Like,
They do
inject
pump stuff in the fruit and vegetables, but it's not what you would think it is.
Okay.
And some stuff is pesticides,
Okay.
GMOs. That's where you have that whole argument there
Like
for
the
it.
chicken.
What I'm trying to get you to understand
Not like the chicken.
is they put sugar in everything. And she asked a good question. How do you eat healthy? Make sense? Make money. I know you didn't like that answer,
That's it.
but the system is set up. Health is expensive because
It
the
is.
system's set up that way.
Yes.
It shouldn't be, because everything comes from this earth. It should be free, but we live in capitalism, so it's not the case.
Right.
I'm not against capitalism. I'm just telling you, this is the way it works. And when you are at the grocery store and you have $5,
Right.
Loaf of bread, pack
Right.
of bologna.
okay,
I'm not going to Whole Foods.
You're not
I want
going to Whole Foods.
I want to.
I would like to go to Whole Foods and
But-
extend my life, but my 3 kids.
Carrot stick at Whole Foods. I'm sorry, I love
No,
Whole Foods.
that's
No,
good.
I
It's
love
real good.
My 3 kids would love to eat. Now I could bring home 1 carrot stick, or I can go get these hot dogs for 89 cents, 2 for 89. Get this chili, get this chili, get this cheese,
Go to Allen's.
and we can eat for a week off $5. That's real talk. That was
Yeah.
real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chili processed, cheese processed.
Hot dogs,
Hot dogs is the super of processing.
Yeah.
the buns, the ketchup.
Get it?
Now, if you want onion, that's the only good thing.
All of that is bad for you. Make
Except for
sense?
the onion. That's
Oh,
the
that's
only
bad for
natural thing there.
So what I just did was I tried to give you an introduction of how your deliberate creation has not been deliberate at all. You've just been creating your reality off the strength of groups.
Because Mama and them did it.
That's right. Because say that loud so they can hear you.
Because Mama and them did it.
Because Mama and them did it.
Can I say the story?
Please.
Okay, so you know how you was cutting off the meat, talking about the square?
Mm-hmm.
So, little girl saw her mom cooking. She was cutting meat, put it in the pan. Mom, why you cut it and put it in the pan? I don't know. I saw your grandmother do it. Oh, okay. So, she went to ask her grandma. The mom went to ask her mother, Mom, why did you cut it off? I don't know, Big Mama did it. So, little girl went and asked Big Mama, Big Mama, how come you and Grandma and Mama cut off the meat? She's like, I don't know why they did it. I did it so that it could fit in the pan.
Just like that. Just like that. She just needed to fit in the pan. 70-something years ago, pan was a little small.
Nobody ever asked. They
Nobody
just did
ever
it because they
asked.
saw
Just
Mama
did
do
it. That's part of the recipe.
I'm gonna start asking.
Why you did
Yeah,
it?
yeah, it's tradition. She said it's
Tradition.
tradition online.
That's it.
Yeah, it's tradition. Yeah, okay, she's talking. I'm going to tell you what she said. Yeah, she said you're starting to think, it's right, but it's tradition, and everybody's doing tradition. How can you avoid such traditions?
Right.
There's no need to avoid traditions. Just freely think past them. If a tradition serves you, yeah. She said, I love the language, I love the dance, I love the outfits. You don't have to love the poverty. No, you don't have to love the poverty.
Right.
Yeah. She said she replaced with a lot of wars happened. You don't want that. I mean, come on. Our cultures, a lot of our cultures, we put a stick of butter in everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then we say we got high cholesterol passed down from family to family. No, that's not hereditary. That's dietary.
And
Yeah. This is a dietary problem. So let's go deeper. We're at the third level of deepness now. Right? Let's go deeper. Now, how do you deliberately? Let's go deeper this way. All of you have been creating your reactions and your actions through law of attraction. Now, how do you deliberately create so? Don't worry about it. I had a 6-step plan for you that comes right out of Think and Grow Rich. Right out of Think and Grow Rich. Let's tie this into money for right now, because that's what Think and Grow Rich is talking about. We're going to tie this into money. Number 1. Fix in your mind, you should be writing this down. Fix in your mind the exact dollar amount you want. If you want to deliberately create the amount of money you want, fix in your mind the exact dollar amount that you want. What does fix mean?
it's not going anywhere.
Set.
Oh,
It's not going nowhere. Create and set. All of these are okay. Yes. If I fix something, what does that tell you?
I'm not changing.
I'm not changing. This is the way it is. If I say you better fix in your mind this, what am I telling you?
Don't change your mind. Do this.
Whatever this is, put it there in a permanent position. This is now a constant, not a variable. Did you know why y'all broke? You don't have a constant dollar amount in your mind. You say things like, I want to be financially free. What does that mean? Financially free in San Francisco, one of the most expensive states in America. Cities in America. It's not the same thing as financially free in Galveston, Texas, which is where we are right now. It's not. Although Galveston is a bit more expensive than many parts of Houston, because Galveston is a tourist place. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
No doubt.
Galveston 204.
Yeah. This is an island. This is a tourist place. There's no middle class here, so we're gonna charge you. We're gonna charge you for the reason we don't have no middle class. Makes sense. But it's far less expensive to live in Texas than New York. Cost of living. So you can't just tell the universe financially free. Okay. Man, you financially free and broke. Broke, you free enough not to go to jail, ain't you? All right, good job. So what we need to do is fix in our mind a dollar amount. What dollar amount you want?
142,292,000.
Okay, you see how she knew that? Because they work with me. So they're probably going to spit off exactly what they want. Dollar amount.
2 million.
2 million. Dollar amount.
3
million.
Million.
All right, 2. I got 2 online. Dollar amount. Give me a dollar amount. 1 trillion. Not even mad at it at all. Not even all. Come on, the next one. Who's dollar amount? She's trying to be the first trillionaire. It's possible. Someone will hit it. That's for sure. Someone will hit it. Yeah, someone will hit it.
Good for her.
Good
for her.
To a trillion. Now watch this here. I'm gonna make this harder. Now, the next step says, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. Yep.
Exactly what you...
Determine exactly what you intend to give in return for this dollar amount. There's a lot of things here. Right now we're just talking money, but all this applies. Same principles apply, and I'll show you. Determine exactly what you intend to give for the dollar amount that you desire. Determine exactly what you intend to return. Let me give in return for the money. I got you. I can explain what it means right now. Most of y'all want something, but don't want to give to it. That's why you don't have it. Because you are takers. You want to take. You want to say, God, give me this. Family, give me this. Job, give me this. And you don't give anything to all the things you are demanding gives you something. What's the only way to get an onion out the ground?
Plant a seed.
To give a seed to the ground. What's the only way to get a baby out of a woman's stomach?
Put a seed in.
To put a seed. Oh, she said push. That's fair. I'm trying to go little 9 months back from the push, okay, or 10 months back from the push. You have to give a seed into this. You have to give. She said it works both ways. Okay, that's right. She's talking about a different kind of push. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So it works both ways. I got you. We have to give a seed, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. We have to give a seed.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get anything from nature without giving first?
No.
From nature. The answer is still no.
Yeah.
From nature. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I get these oranges. That's okay. The birds placed those orange seeds in the ground. Bees did all these flowers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the ground received before it gave.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
In nature, which is far more consistent and smarter than you, nature won't give anything until it first receives.
How does that work with water?
Water was given by the rain.
Okay.
That's a good question. If it's fresh water, for sure by the rain.
Okay.
Yep, for sure. Does this make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Water was first given by the rain. Now, of course, if Bryant was in here, he'll say it was given by the Lord. When he said, which I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him at all. Not mad at him, but that's exactly what he was saying. But are we receiving that you? Does anyone disagree with you cannot get from the ground until you give into it? All right. All of y'all are asking for money and you haven't given to it. That's the truth. That is the truth. You're trying to be a millionaire and you don't save 10% of your income. Yep. This is the saving 10% of your income. And if this keeps coming up for you and you haven't done it yet, you keep getting slapped in the face. This ain't got nothing to do with me. The universe is saying, hey, cell phone. Remember when I had this conversation? I said cell phone. I don't want nobody to think I'm talking about that, right? Hey, cell phone, Leisha.
That's cell phone.
Okay. Cell phone, Leisha. Probably there's somebody out there named that. Cell phone, Leisha. Hey, cell phone, Leisha. I would love to give you some money, but until you give yourself some money, I can't give it to you. It's the law of this universe. That's I just saw in her eyes. She was like, but it's the truth. You cannot receive riches until you give yourself riches. Save 10% of your income. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, if you just fixed in your mind a specific dollar amount, if that's what you just did, now you say, this is what I want. How does the universe say you get what you want?
You gotta give?
That's right. That was perfect. Let's try it again. How does the laws of nature say in order for you to get what you want, you must first
Give.
So obviously step 2 is express what you are willing to give. for this dollar amount. Let me give you some examples of giving. I'm gonna give up my free time, my Netflix time. Watch this carefully. Go deeper now. I'm gonna give up my ability to resist every single thing I hear every single time.
So we can talk. They talk like that. I saw.
Okay, she said I love shopping too much. I gotta give up my shopping. Okay, I got to give up my shopping. She said I'm not giving up my wine.
I'm
That's
not giving
okay.
up. I'll
okay.
give up a glass.
Okay, you give up a glass.
I'll give up a glass every night.
Every night.
Well, if I have 2 glasses, I'll give up one.
Which is cool because she really drinks 8 glasses, so she give that 1 7 is cool. It's alright. So she does.
I'm done. I'm done 2. I'll give up
Give up 1. Whatever your dollar amount is, you need to give something in return for that return. Procrastination. She said I need to give procrastination. Deanna has a question. Go ahead.
Okay, so in the process of doing
You said
this,
so again.
thank you. When in the process of doing this,
Good job. Let's clap for her.
if you do not give, you don't receive, correct?
It's impossible.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
impossible.
And it does not be money. You just have to give anything monetary.
Yes. It doesn't always have to be money, but you cannot receive until you give. Yes?
So, I said it so.
Yeah.
Since I want $2 million, my giving should be the quality of $2 million.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Explain $2 million. What do you mean? Because if you can't give monetarily,
Oh no, I didn't mean monetarily. I
well, no,
mean,
okay.
as far as what I'm giving, it must be worth $2 million.
So, I mean, something that we can give is going to be worth way more to somebody else than it is to us.
That's right. That's right.
A conversation to us might be simple, but to somebody who is lonely may.
Okay, you can do that, of course.
Yeah.
People are alone. You can give someone time. It's priceless to them. It doesn't have to be money. But you must give. You must give. You must give. That's not changing. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
If you want $2 million, this is, in my case, this year, I want $34 million in cash.
You bumped it up.
Yes, I sure did. I bumped it up.
You did.
Yeah. I think it was 16 million.
Yeah.
That no longer is
And then
believable.
it went to 32. So then you jumped it to 34.
That's right.
Okay.
And 16 million became too low for me, and 34 million is something that stretches me pretty good, but not too much. But it's something I can believe in. $34 million cash. Cash. Somebody missing the word.
Yeah,
Cash.
I'm like.
Okay, all right. Cash is what I want. Make sense?
Yes.
I have to give at least $32 million away.
Okay.
This is why, if any one of you are following, well, actually, you're only here because you follow me. This is why you do, because I have a reputation that nobody gives more away than me. Nobody. I should be charging for. You do understand that I am adding incredible value to you, and I'm not telling you at every video, all right, if you want more, for $999, join me in the Law of Attraction Class 2, in which I go deeper in. No, I did that. I gave you 14 to 15 classes up front, a book. I gave you one of my real books that is on Amazon and all that stuff. I gave you a movie up front. And then, if you're actually going through that, you went, wow, this was great. And then you find out your daily emails are smashing what I gave you, and you thought I couldn't do better than that. Because I'm trying to get to $34 million cash. I need to give away $34 million in value. Here's a wonderful thing. Write this principle down. I've said it before, but write it down. Principle of multiplication. If I give $34 million away, this universe will multiply that $34 million. So while my goal is $34 million, I'll get something back like $112 million. Because when you plant a seed of corn, you get back an ear of corn. Principle of multiplication. You don't get back one orange, you get back a tree of oranges. Alright, let's go down to number 3. Establish a definite date that you intend to possess the money you want. Establish a definite date that you intend to possess the money you want. This making sense? Here was step 1. Think about it. Fix a constant thought about it. Now that you are thinking about it, now start giving. See, this is why. Did you see how simple that was? Oh, you want some money, huh? All right, go be of service to people. But we don't like that part. we don't like that part. We don't like that part at all. Oh, you got some money? Think about it. Good. You got a thought? You got it? You got it? All right, go serve people. Whoa. For the few of you who will serve people, now put a timeline on when you gonna get this money. Timeline. When you put a timeline on it, that is now faith. You're not putting emotion. Because when you put a time on something, it will force you into an emotional response. Who said 2 million? 2 million in 3 days. Did you have an emotional response? Okay. Was that emotional response? Man, how am I gonna pull that off here?
It was 2 million divided by 3.
Okay, that's it. Let's clap for her. That's a prosperous response. She said, well, what's 2 million divided by 3? That's a good job. That's a good response. But do you see how that created an emotional response of prosperity? Highest form of thought, highest form of energy is?
Thought.
And thoughts plus
Emotions.
equals creation. So when you said, well, what's 2 million divided by 3? You were saying emotionally, well, you're not fit to stop me. So if you believe in that strong enough, and if you expect it, you will make $3 million, $2 million in 3 days. It won't happen. That's how this universe works. It won't happen the first 2 days. Or 3, did I say 3 days? It won't happen the first 3 days. What will happen, she asked, why won't it happen? Because you don't have the awareness. What will happen for you is in 3 days, you will figure out an idea in the shower how to make $2 million in 3 days. You have this idea that's been in front of you the whole time and you never thought about it. And then the universe will say, here's this idea. Yeah, she said, oh my God, that's so true. Here's this idea. And now that you have that idea, that idea will be the money. You act upon that idea.
Jack Canfield.
Jack Canfield said that in The Secret. Does that make sense? He sold 1 million books for a quarter. There you go. Just like that. Or something like that. It was something, 400,000 for a quarter.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
To make it,
But he got it done. Yeah, he got it done. Does that make sense? So when you put a timeline on something, Napoleon Hill is forcing you to have an emotional response of expectancy. When you expect something, you create whatever you expect. Number 4, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire. And begin at once to put this plan into action. I'll repeat.
Please.
Thank you.
Number 4 is create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. One more time. Create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once to put this plan into action. Now that you have this thought, now that you're serving people and you believe it's yours, you put a timeline on it, be a doer and plan it out. Create a business system to get it done. Now that you created that system, and sound to saying number 4, get to work. Get to work. The poorest people on planet Earth are rich in arrogance. They refuse. They absolutely refuse. Absolutely refuse to receive new information, their way or no way. Now that you create that plan with a clear statement of exactly what you desire, write that down. Number 5. I'm sorry. Write out a clear statement of what you desire. Basically, you're going to write out steps 1 through 4. Sure, write out a clear statement of steps 1 through 4. And I would do you a favor and I will read mine before I let you all leave. You're going to write out, in number 5, you're going to write out steps 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Number 6, lastly, read this statement twice aloud daily. When you wake in the morning and before you go to sleep at night. When you wake in the morning, before you go to sleep at night. You'll be telling your subconscious, thank you for all your negativity, but we're going to read this until you get on board and believe with me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to leave the Hilton, whether you like it or not, and we're going to be just fine.
Woo, woo.
Okay, that was for somebody in the room.
No, I was there.
That was for somebody. Let's clap for Michelle for just retiring. Yes, last month.
February 5th.
February 5th. Look at the day you'll never forget.
Never.
Never forget.
Never.
2-5. And you know what? 2-5 is now a Michelle holiday in which you will celebrate every year.
I received that.
And the only thing you get to do on 2-5 is celebrate you. No obligations. If it ain't freedom and fun, you can't do it.
I got a Michelle Day.
That's it.
Got a Michelle Day. There it is. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. So if I ask you to do anything, I appreciate you. I will get with you in 24 hours to get this done. I am drinking margaritas on the beaches of France.
That's it.
Did that work out for you? Okay, good.
What's the little thing in the boat?
Yeah.
The gondola?
That might be the name of it,
okay.
yeah. I forget the name of it, but that you about right. Okay, does everybody have that working out for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now let me read for you mine.
I love hearing yours.
Yeah, mine is aggressive. I wrote mine because I wrote mine. And mine is real, okay? I will have $31,390,000 before December 10th, 2018. I will give up everything to reach this goal. I would do anything legally or morally to achieve it. I will give up my free time, my TV time, my reading time to achieve this goal. I will also give up any friendship of any kind that does not help me achieve this goal, regardless of who they are. I will work harder than anyone else in my field. I will read more than anyone else in my field. I will achieve this dollar amount through coding, tech, the ATS brand, teaching, and investing. I will read this statement aloud twice daily, and when I wake and before I sleep, I will see, feel, and believe this has already occurred. That's my statement. that is my statement right there. What I will do for all of you is I will copy and paste this and put it where you can see it as an example.
Thank you.
And you can have it. You can have it. You can have it all. That flat. That flat. That was flat. Okay.
Flat and sharp.
I will not do that again. Okay, good. Makes sense. That's money. Does that make sense? You are going to love the next 2 classes. Ask me what the next 2 classes are.
We get to know ahead of time?
Yes.
Well, what are the next 2 classes?
The Law of Deliberate Creation Part 2 and Part 3.
Okay.
I focused.
Look, I'm sad.
I focused on why you're not doing it correctly. Then I gave you how to do the money part correctly. I ain't talking about money next time. I'm going to tell you what's up.
Okay.
I'm going to let you know on a deep level of how the law of deliberate creation will bless you. Make sense?
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
This is what we're going to do.
Okay.
This is powerful. Your job is to create what you deliberately want because you're not an accidental person. There are no spare women. That's a quote by Michelle Mueller, CEO of the One Red Shoe Foundation, nonprofit in Galveston, Texas.
Woo! Thank you. Yes, thank you for that plug.
Her nonprofit's motto is there are no spare women. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not an accidental creation. So you get to deliberately create the life that you want. My name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. You can plant better. You can dominate.